The worst thing that can happen to you as a custom furniture painter is this call. Hi, Sue. Yeah, and already you're like, shit. Yeah, what's up? Why are you calling me? Yeah, so is there anything we can do where the paint's not sticking? What? Yeah, you don't want to get that call. You do not want to get that call. Can I be honest? Like I'm anything but ever. Isn't that why you tune in? To see what the heck I'm gonna say? I think furniture prepping sucks. It feels like a complete total waste of my time. It's like this Sisyphean task, right? That you do over and over and over, and all it does is get you to zero. It doesn't even get the project done. It just gets you where you need to be to start the project. Let's just forget about it. Except we can't. We can't. If you don't prep your piece properly, you're gonna end up in the bad place. I mean, the furniture bad place. I mean, you'll be stuck there with people who have like wobbly legs and peeling decoupage and who miss the inside leg. You don't wanna be with those people. So, if you hate furniture prepping as much as I do, follow my lead because I have figured out a way to do this fast and to do it well. Here we go. I'm gonna show you what we need. A bucket, some shellac, liquid deglosser, TSP, simple green, just simple green. Chalk style paints have totally revolutionized the industry and that they're designed to adhere to the furniture, but nothing's gonna adhere if there's like slimy grossness on there or you're gonna get bleed through, right? So they are awesome and they work the best for furniture, but they're not gonna stick if you haven't made sure your piece is ready to take that paint. Now, I know there are people in the world who will go ahead and prime their entire piece just to make sure that that furniture paint sticks. You don't need to do that. First of all, then you can't pull back and ever see the wood again. Maybe you wanted to see it on the edges. Second of all, that's a waste of time. Third of all, that's just a waste of product. I mean, you don't need primer everywhere. If you do your job right, like I'm gonna show you how, you don't need to do that. Please don't do that. Now I'm gonna get all these calls from primer manufacturers going, that Tanglewood, Sue, trying to put us out of business again. So let's say your piece is wood. You've made sure it's wood. You watched my other video about that. You've made sure it's wood. Doesn't seem too shiny. Lots of wood grain. Just really needs a cleaning. Just scrub it really good. Get some simple green, put it in a bucket, use the finishing pad, give it a bath. Give that baby a bath. I keep all my old sanding sponges even when they get dull because what I do is I dip them in my water and again, do a bit of a wet sand. And this gets almost everything off. Rinse her off and you are good to go. You're done with the video, go start painting. Bye, we'll see you soon. All right, if you've got a piece, it's a bit on the shiny side, here's what I would say. Start with just using TSP. Why is TSP great? Because it is a highly concentrated degreaser. If you have a piece that you think could be lead paint, I highly recommend a TSP wipe down. Why? TSP neutralizes lead, so it won't be dangerous for you or your client. Now let's say, Sue, it's still really shiny. Or you have a lot of little ornate curlicues and you're like, Sue, how do I get my sandpaper in there? That's not gonna work. That's when you bring out the liquid deglosser. Liquid deglosser, it etches it like it's a step up from TSP. You put that on, follow the directions, and it's gonna kind of etch your piece. I say this with everything. Go from the easiest thing to do, and let's not get into the hard stuff unless we have to, but the best way to test it is just test it. Put some paint on there, let it dry. Take your fingernail. Does it come right off? Yeah, you gotta go to the next step. Now, don't be like, no paint's gonna like stay on if you do that right after you paint it. It does need time to cure. But with practice, you'll learn, yep, this is sticking. No, that's not sticking. Sorry, I digress. Now, let's say, Sue, no, this is like the top of a French provincial dresser. It's like some kind of plastic going on. This is when you're gonna have to break out the big guns. And you have two choices, maybe both. Palm sander, okay? We don't need to get out a great big orbital sander. It's not necessary. Just a palm sander with medium fine grit. Capture the dust, and you're usually pretty good to go. Let's say you've done all that. It is not sticking, Sue. That is when I resort to primer. Like, I will go through all of this before I will get the primer out. Roll it on, and then you know you're good. I just don't like to take that whole extra step. Time is money, people. Let's say you did all these steps, you paint your piece and it looks gorgeous, and then the next day you see like this weird spot. And you're like, what the hell is that? Okay, so a couple things could have happened. Tannins have come up through your wood. There's oils and all these chemicals or even naturally occurring elements that are in wood. And when we sand the wood, sometimes it goes zzz, right up to the top. And then it comes out through the paint zzz, and goes, hello, I'm gonna be this giant ugly spot. Now, if we'd primed the whole thing, that probably wouldn't have happened. But that seems like a lot of work to prime the whole piece just so that that little spot didn't come through. So I like to just slap that paint on, first coat, and then assess. Then, and only then, if I see a spot, I use my shellac spray. I use it like a roach killer. Just use it right on that spot, that's all you have to do. You don't have to do the whole thing. Okay, so now you do that and then you paint over it. So, that's it. Almost every single one of my pieces, I am done at the simple grain. You'll learn. Once that piece peels off, you're gonna be like, what was I supposed to do again? So don't skip it. Please don't skip it. You're gonna work so hard on making it beautiful. Don't skip the steps that you need to make this piece awesome. Because you're awesome. Your piece is gonna be awesome. Unless the paint falls off. And then you're in the bad place.